Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wordy Woody Show. I am Woodstock. I appreciate you taking some time to join me today. I have so much to talk to you guys about. Last weekend, I went to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and I attended an event known as the Mid-Atlantic Women's Motorcycle Rally. I had an amazing time at this event, so it would only be right for me to break it down, show you all the footage, and tell you everything that went on. Now, I did think this was going to be a fairly common motorcycle trip, but I had a lot of surprises and some challenges on the way that made it one of the best motorcycle trips I've ever taken. So fair warning, this is going to be a little bit wordy, but it's literally the name of the show, so I don't think that you're surprised about that. So I'm going to break this event up in two parts. I hope that you'll come along for both parts with me. So grab a drink, grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get into it. 34 years ago, Nancy Warren started this rally with one simple goal: to create a community where women who ride motorcycles could come together, support one another, and celebrate their shared love of riding. In 2026, it's hard to imagine, but not that long ago, women on motorcycles weren't just uncommon. They were often met with skepticism, ridicule, and sometimes outright hostility. Even today, female riders are still labeled with every adjective imaginable. We're strange, we're too masculine, we're attention-seeking, or gasp, we're feminists. And for the record, there's nothing wrong with any of those labels. The reality is that women riders still fight for respect and equal treatment every time we throw a leg over the saddle. And because of that, spaces created specifically for women aren't about exclusion, they're about empowerment. They're places where women can learn without judgment, build confidence, and simply enjoy the freedom of riding together. Today, there are roughly 9 million registered motorcyclists in America, but only about half ride regularly. Women make up approximately 1.6 to 1.7 million active riders, making us one of the fastest growing segments in motorcycling. Yet despite that growth, there are still surprisingly few communities dedicated entirely to female ridership, places where women can learn, laugh, ride, and enjoy each other's company. That's what Mama has become over the years. It's more than a rally. It's a community of passionate riders, enthusiasts, and lifelong friends who continue Nancy's vision through scenic rides, educational workshops, keynote speakers, arts and crafts, wellness sessions, and meaningful community outreach. Their impact reaches far beyond motorcycles. To date, the Mama community has raised nearly $600,000 to support breast cancer research and provide care for those affected by the disease. I first heard about this event through friends, and I was immediately intrigued. Most of the events I attend are a part of the Black motorcycle set exclusively, but lately I've had this overwhelming desire to spread my wings, grab a little slab, and experience something different. Because if you really want to grow as a rider, as a biker, you have to do more than just ride your motorcycle. You have to ride beyond your comfort zone, and that's not negotiable. The photos from previous Mama rallies told me that this weekend was going to be something special, something different, and something inspiring. The stories I heard were even better. But was it really everything people said it was? There was only one way to find out. So I packed up Blackfire, hit the road, and of course, I'm taking you along for the ride. My room is not ready because I'm super early, so they told me to come back before, just around like lunchtime. So I just went ahead and set my bags behind the front desk. I'm going to go to registration, grab something to eat, like a snack, and then just sit down for a second. And then I'm going to go to, I think it's called Battle something, Harley Davidson. They're having some events over there. I think it's just across the street, so I'm just gonna head over there. Looks like there's a good amount of ladies here. Probably, I suspect, more people will arrive today or tomorrow, since it was a work week for people, even though this event started on Wednesday. So it's pretty cool. Civil War cannon. So go over here and head to registration.
That's right. That's right. Hey guys.
Nice little quilt that they made for all of the years that they've had.
And I'm leaving. That's it. I'm here to see friends only. That's
Nice. Hall of Fame here, guys. These are like all the ladies that put this event on. Map Girl, I love that name.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sherry, they all have big jobs. She does the vendors. Tazzy, registration. Adeline, graphic design and social media. Joan, charities. Elle, she's the secretary. Chica, she's the mentor, used to be president. Brown Sugar does the raffles. And Angie. What am I?
Newbie!
Newbie, that's me.
Y'all missed me last year, didn't you?
We did.
I'm just saying, because I know.
All right, so I'm gonna.
What are y'all getting? Tell everybody what you guys are getting ready to do.
We're going on a ride to somewhere.
To the museum, right?
Oh, the battlefield. I'm
Okay.
Like, don't put me on the spot like that.
So I'm out here. I was just talking to some ladies. They're getting ready to go out and ride. I switched. I was filming on my phone, but I switched because my phone was overheating. Forgetting sometimes I have this, but just taking a look at all the bikes here. There's a lot of really cool bikes here. A lot of Can-Ams. So I think they said the registration was 275 people are registered for this event and attending. 75 people are on three-wheelers here. So actually, I'm looking at these three-wheelers. You know, these things are really cool. I don't think they're for me, but they're cool. I am gonna go test ride one. Take a look. Got a nice bike here. This is fucking beautiful. Look at that paint job. My goodness. My goodness me. So these ladies are gearing up for a ride. You see the 3 different cones there. So this is how they have the rides organized. So you get in line based on whatever ride that you want to go on. It's a cool Indian here, custom paint.
What up, Woody? Heading out on a ride.
Okay, guys, I'm out here. I met some ladies who are out here. They have Can-Ams. And we talked about that before, how people give like Can-Ams a lot of hate and stuff like that. And I was saying that they're actually really cool. So I'm out here looking at one. I'm going to go test ride one today, but I want you guys to look at this because you got to see this thing. You have to see how much storage that this thing has. And for people who like to tour, this really is another option if you don't want to be on 2 wheels.
Started at 3 for you.
Okay, let's take a look. Beautiful paint here. Purple, Jersey Jewels, ow. Okay.
And see how it's lower slung?
Oh, yeah, it's very different, I see.
And,
Still a lot of storage, though.
Yeah, not as much fairing in the front, like not as much protection
Does this one have the windshield and stuff that rises
Yeah,
up?
you can get different windshields for them. Like I said, a lot of aftermarket stuff.
Here's the frunk, y'all.
Okay.
Trying to show the difference between the RT and the F3.
Okay.
So she's going to go over to Hanover and I think test ride one. So
The F3.
yeah, it's an F3.
Yeah, so essentially what I was telling them, I've been to a couple events this past year and there's been a lot of like concern about the 3-wheeled motorcycles, whether people feel like they're cool, whether people feel like they're encroaching on the 2-wheel space or whatever. And my take on that, if you're out here and you're riding and you got the balls and the courage to get out and ride, whether you're on 2 wheels or 3 wheels, you should be respected. We're all riders. We're all out here. We all have the same purpose. We're all doing the same thing. And people ride different bikes for different reasons. People are on 3 wheels for different reasons. People are on 2 wheels for different reasons. So everybody should just be respectful and respect each other's ride. And the reality is, like I said, a lot of these 3-wheeled machines, they're really cool. They're really cool. They have a lot of technology sometimes that the 2-wheel bikes don't have. And I think it's a good option for people. So rather than hating on them and acting weird when they come around, just respect them, accept them. They're here to stay, you guys. Okay, so apparently this is called a frunk. So you see he's got the bags, the little nets there. You can put stuff in there. Look how deep that thing is. You could put, what do you think? You could get at least 2 full-face helmets in there.
Luggage that fits in there.
Yeah, look at how deep that is.
I have a big waterproof backpack that fits down in there.
Okay, so I'm gonna can I put my arm in there just to show?
Yes.
So I put my whole arm in here. My arm fits in there up to the middle of my upper arm, past my elbow. That's how deep that is. You got floorboards, nice seat.
These are 2 storage on each side.
She's gonna open that so we can see it. It looks like, what's that, your rain suit and a cover?
Yep. And it goes pretty deep to me.
So yeah, that's going up to like almost the middle of my forearm in there. And so there's 2 of those on each side. And then you got this big guy right here on the back.
And that's on this comes on the limited version, the high end.
Yeah.
That doesn't come on the lower version.
But even on that one, there's so much storage though. That's an older one too?
It has a very different back.
Okay.
You can tell by the shape of the front. If it's
Yeah.
pointed in the front, it's the older one.
Okay.
If it's squared in the front, it's the newer one.
What's your name?
Vera.
Vera. And this is her wife,
Donna.
And
Donna.
they say this holds 2 helmets.
Okay, and this holds look at how big this thing is. All right, yeah, so I'm on a Harley, but Harley riders and Goldwing riders, we all think we're tough shit with like all of our bags and whatever, but the reality is we still often have to put a separate bag on top of our bags. She doesn't have to put anything on this. Get all your shit in here. Look at that. It's crazy.
What she does.
Have a live wire. Definitely don't see those a lot either. I don't think I've ever seen a live wire out in the wild. That's pretty cool. Ooh, I like that emblem a lot. That with the shark, that's dope. I love this color. It's like a green, like a gunmetal. This is the RG, I think this is a RG3. Like that color a lot too. I don't know, y'all. When I can't handle 2 wheels anymore, you definitely gonna see me on one of these. I don't care. Judge your bald-headed mama. Ain't. Looks like these ladies are getting ready to go out for a ride. Where you guys headed? Okay, you're going with those ladies over there. Okay. Oh, there's a BMW, guys. We don't see those often either.
It's a wonderful thing.
My riding partner, who I ride with all the time, he's on a BMW and he won't shut up about it.
Most BMWs.
He was very annoyed when I got a Harley.
Oh, I would have divorced her.
I was like, babe, I can't afford a BMW. I can afford a Harley. Ew, look at this color, guys. This is like an ox blood. Oh my God, golly. Love that paint. Ooh. Beautiful, beautiful paint, beautiful colors. Some beautiful bikes out here. See on this. That's dope. That's an interesting choice of colors too, with the fuchsia and the white and the black. I like that.
Can you come and get this thing on the side of the building because I can't leave them. Good morning.
Morning.
Pretty bikes on that.
Yeah. Now that's custom. So my room is still not ready. I got here really early, so that's my fault. I'm gonna head over to the Harley dealer that's right up the block. There is a maintenance seminar happening. It started at 12, but I'm gonna try to go over here since I'm kind of sitting around. A lot of people are out on rides. People are probably resting. The vendors aren't quite set up. So let's head over there and see what's shaking. Since my friends already headed out for their group ride, I suddenly found myself with a little time to kill. So naturally, I hopped on my bike and rode over to the host dealership, Battlefield Harley Davidson. Now, mind you, the dealership is literally right behind the hotel, like walking distance. But because I have poor listening skills and apparently don't like following directions, I did fire up Blackfire and decided to take the scenic route around instead. My original plan was pretty simple. I was going to grab lunch from one of the 2 food trucks, cash in my goodie bag coupon for some suspiciously cheap ice cream, and catch one of the motorcycle maintenance demonstrations that they were offering to the rally attendees. That was the plan until I walked inside. I was immediately distracted. First of all, they had several absolutely gorgeous Royal Enfields on the showroom floor, which honestly you don't see very often. Instead of learning how to maintain my bike, I ended up just wandering around admiring all the other bikes that they had there. Priorities, man, priorities. So the thing that really stood out about this dealership to me, it wasn't even the motorcycles they had in there, because at the end of the day, most Harley dealerships have the same assortment. It was really the people that they have working here. Everybody at this dealership was nice as hell. You know, sometimes you go into a Harley dealership, like I've told y'all before, they don't even look at you. They don't make eye contact. They act like, you know, they could care less whether or not you're there or whether or not you're going to buy anything. This place was different. One of the sales guys spent time giving me practical suggestions for making my bike more comfortable. A lot of the upgrades that he recommended are not even Harley products, which made me trust his advice even more because he was clearly trying to help me instead of just making a sale. After that, I went over to Ken in the parts department to see what he had for me. Y'all, Ken was a cool ass dude. He pulled up some supplier websites for me. We did a little searching together. He helped me search for some parts I've been looking for. And what was supposed to be a quick conversation somehow turns into a half an hour of us talking about motorcycles, our kids, life, and just everything. These are the types of interactions you remember, and I think Harley should think about that when they're training new team members. So of course, you're going to look at the merchandise when you're there. You're going to look at the clothes. Now, mind you, I don't know who's responsible for the assortment at this dealership, but whoever it is, that person deserves a raise. This was honestly one of the best selections of Harley apparel and accessories I've ever seen. It was even better than the dealership in Vegas, which is saying something because that dealership in Vegas is enormous. I kind of wonder if each Harley dealership has someone who curates the merchandise for them or if corporate decides. I'm genuinely curious how that works, so if anybody knows, just jump in the comments and let us know. Whoever's making the decisions, though, for this dealership has incredible taste. Now, as a former fashion girly, that's what I did for about 18 years before I became a flight attendant. Again, I was seriously impressed. There was a lot of unique, stylish, fashion-forward pieces here that I feel like you don't typically see at a Harley store, especially for women, because all they do is give us rhinestones, feathers, and pink, but that's a complaint for another video. Anyway, thanks to a sale that was going on, the attendee discount we got for attending the Mommer conference, and all the Harley points I've been hoarding, I finally was able to buy a shirt I've been eyeballing for months. Now, y'all know Harley be dragging it with the prices. The retail price on that thing, really, really painful and just something I would not pay. What I actually paid, $30. Now that's the type of discount and the type of shopping I could definitely get behind, because as we all know, this Harley game is an expensive one. And with a kid starting college, and not to mention this motorcycle payment that I never expected to have, your girl's pockets is looking a little thin. Bikes we have out here. Of course, we have my baby Black Fire. A lot of people like my bike. I'm really surprised. Like, I've been getting a lot of compliments on it. But yeah, so again, the ladies got some bikes out here, y'all. Got this nice gold wing over here. Nice red. Red's always a winner. Got a Triumph out here. You don't see that often. Cute little guy. That seat actually looks really comfortable. This is a nice small compact bike. Got this pretty Harley out here. I forget what this color is called. Nice chrome pipes. Got a Vulcan. Okay, all right, Vulcan. The Corbin seat. That is a big ass windscreen. You probably don't feel nothing with that guy on there. This is Yelly's crew over here and all of their bikes. Got some money over here. Some money over here. Got my mom's bike. I really like how everybody has customized their bikes. Again, I've said that to you guys before. The customization is the thing. This is Pebble's bike. Okay, CVO. Ow. Got some money, y'all. Got that 121. Nice floorboards. What do y'all call this green bike again? Yelly. What do y'all call the green bike again? What do you guys call the green bike again?
The Licking Lizard.
The Licking Lizard. Oh. The Licking Lizard. Beautiful color.
So that's Pebbles. She got a personal tag. Lowrider got the personal tag.
Now, y'all.
ADA got a personal tag. Of course, Yelly got a personal tag.
Okay, this is Yelly's bike. She got the Indian. And as she so stated, and we're not going to hate because we know it's true, out the box, you get a lot of things you need on these Indians. Plus, they're very well balanced. Does anybody know who's test rode an Indian? She has some personalization on there. She got the little pizza box on there. Got another Indian over here. Now, let's talk about these Can-Ams again. I know I keep harping on these Can-Ams, but you guys, it's the storage for me, okay? This is a stock seat. Look at that seat. Got the little navigation system. You got all the buttons. You got the heated seats. All your stuff is like reachable right there. Now here's something over here that I've never seen before. I'm not really sure what this is, but I noticed it over here. This is an eliminator. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is a Honda or what this is, but it's a cute little guy. This lovely young lady rode her bike here. And this is a Rebel. This bike has been the controversial bike of the event. Some people love it, some people hate it. A lot of people say, oh, it's not comfortable, I don't like it, I traded it in. Then you have some ladies that love it. Catch up with you guys. So we just finished a session. We had a speaker that told us about this really cool app. it's basically connect women like all around the world who are riding. You could pass batons to each other, and you could see what rides people are doing, share events. There's like hundreds of thousands of women on this app, and I never heard of it before. It's super cool. The two ladies that founded the app, they're actually getting ready to do a relay ride all across America, and they invited people to join them in different sections on this relay ride, which is pretty cool. Next year they're doing a ride in Pakistan, and it's also like a charity event where they're teaching women to ride there to help with their independence. So far this event has been really cool. Before we talk about the event, I want to talk about this ride. Okay, oh, that's sunny out here. Now this ride was what I consider somewhat of a baby ride. It was if there's any grannies or aunties watching this or elders, I'm going to apologize in advance because we're going to do some cussing in this video. Okay. So this was a fairly short ride. I think it was a little under 200 miles from my house. Okay. So let me tell y'all something. This little bitch ass ride this morning really humbled me, and some rides will do that to you. So this is not any sort of distance that I've never done before. It wasn't hard, but you know when you start a ride and the day just starts off weird. Okay, so yesterday I rode the bike, everything was good, I felt super comfortable. I'm thinking, oh yes, go me, I love this bike, I'm an expert at riding this Harley Davidson, everything is cool, right? This morning I wake up, for some reason I felt a little apprehensive, but I'm just thinking it's probably just because you're doing this ride by yourself. Nothing's going on, just get on your bike and go. So I started out a little bit later than I wanted to because I was trying to hang around the house and see if I could eat something, and my stomach was not awake yet, so I just decided to go ahead on and go. I pulled off, realized I forgot to strap my helmet, so I stopped to strap my helmet, kept going. Then the 360 camera was shaking, and I checked, it's tightened, the camera is tight, the bracket is tight on the handlebars, and the selfie stick, it was up on the selfie stick maybe about, I don't know, 12 inches or so like that, but it was just too windy and it was just stressing me out. I pull over again. The route that I'm on takes me a different route. So now I'm riding in downtown Philly on Route 76. I don't know if anybody knows anything about 76, but 76 is very narrow. It's a little bit windy. And one thing that Philly/Pennsylvania is going to do is give you a windy 2-lane highway that's filled with semi-trucks. Okay, so that had me a little bit out of sorts. That was not enjoyable. Finally get out of Philadelphia proper. We're going into Western Pennsylvania. We're still on this raggedy highway with 2 lanes and multiple trucks. Okay, now one thing, if y'all know about me, I'm easygoing, but I'm also a complainer. So one thing about me is I'm going to complain. Okay, so I'm complaining about this ride. So we're on 76. I don't know what type of setting I had my Google Maps on, but this lady on Google Maps, okay, she chattered and talked the entire way. And it's like, Google, we get it. You told me to exit. I get the exit. I know what I'm supposed to do. You don't have to tell me 85 times. Every single time I kind of got in a groove, I'm riding, I'm listening to my music. Here comes this bitch. You have 2 miles. You have 1 mile. You're going to make a right. Make a right. Now that you've made a right, get prepared to make a left in 85 miles. She just keeps talking. When I tell you this whole talk from New Jersey to Pennsylvania, she talked from New Jersey to Gettysburg, y'all, okay? 200 miles. Annoying, okay? Then every time she would say something, it would turn off my music. But I got the Bluetooth controller like I showed you guys on some video. So just boom, hit the button and it's back on. Now, the worst thing about this ride that had me super duper stressed out was, for some reason, this route had mad C curves, okay? And when I tell you guys C curves will humble my black ass, okay? They had me hanging on to the saddle for dear life. Now, I am not embarrassed to admit, yes, I have been riding for 12 years, but there was some years where I did a lot of riding, some years where I didn't ride at all, and there was a couple of seasons where I sat out and maybe only rode my bike one time or not at all if it was giving me trouble. So I have not worked on my slow maneuvering and my curve riding and my turns the way that I should have. So you would think somebody that's been riding for, you know, longer than my son has been alive will be really good and really adept at busting out a C curve. No. Your girl still has to slow down, look at my point, okay, and hit the curve the correct way so I don't drop the bike, okay? This ride had about 85,000,011 C curves, okay? So your girl was stressed out with these C curves, okay? So I really need to work on that. Again, everybody's where they're at as a rider. The C curves are my nemesis. Those things are the devil to me. I hate them, but that just lets me know I need to work at them. So, also on this ride, the deer, okay? So many deer. I came around a curve once we were in Philly, or Pennsylvania rather, somewhere probably past Reading, and I mean, these mofos were just standing there, just chilling, like they were just waiting to jump out, okay? I looked at one deer, I feel like he looked at me, and I said, "Are you four-leg ruffian? If you jump in front of me, I hope this bike splits you in half." But, as we know, I am not on a fully dressed bagger, so there's no chance for me if I get hit by a deer. So I just said, "Father God, oh my God, please do not let me hit any of these deer. Let these deer chill." And I'm still running a stock pipe on my bike. My bike is not loud at all. It's kind of like whisper silent. So I have no chance of the deer even hearing me and saying, do I want to make a decision before I jump inside this motorcycle rider or not? So the deer. Too many deer. Now, one thing I do not like is, yes, I claim to like backroads riding, but honestly, your girl is a highway girl, because riding in trees and forests and woodlands with the fairies and the deer and the bear and whatever, it just stresses me out too bad, because I'm not enjoying my ride and all I'm thinking about is, am I going to hit a deer? Clearly, I'm here. I'm in good health. I'm not bloody. I did not hit a deer. Okay. The last probably about 10-15 minutes of the ride, they decide to tear up the road in Pennsylvania. So the whole top of the road got the ceiling missing, and it's that one where it's like curvy and wavy, so your bike is going like this and like this and like this. And I said, "Father God, please just let me get to this hotel. Why you gotta throw this curve at me?" Got to the hotel, everything is fine. So this ride, I think I was expecting it to be super duper easy peasy, no mental stress, no anguish, no worry, and that's just not how it happened. So I always got to stay humble, always got to pay attention, always got to be prepared for whatever ride and whatever gets thrown at you. Now, that being said, this event, I'm having a blast. I'm really glad I came. This is a very different event than any event that I've ever been to. The demographic at this event is also very different. I would say the average attendee at this event is probably maybe at least 50, somewhere between 45 and 60, honestly. There's very few black women at this event. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 15 of us at this event. This event has been, I think they said they had 300 registrants at this event. I think everybody has showed up. So there's a large amount of women at this event. We have a large representation from the LGBTQ community at this event as well. There's Asian women here. There's even, I mean, no shade, but there's a lot of elderly women at this event too who are still riding their motorcycles. I see these women coming off these bikes with walkers, coming off these bikes with canes. And this event has been going on for 35 years. So I think it's good to get out of your comfort zone and to go to different events. Usually I navigate the black bike set, and you know, I'm not saying that I want to get away from that, because I love my people, I love the music, I love the camaraderie, I love how we are. Make me black in every life. It is Juneteenth today, of course, but sometimes to see something different and to have different experiences, you need to branch out a little. And I have no problem with that. You can learn from everybody. The thing that always is going to unite all of us is that we're all motorcyclists. We're all women. We're all motorcyclists. We all have the same challenges. And a lot of these women were riding before I was born. So imagine the stress and how people treated them like weirdos and treated them like they weren't proper women, and like, you know, they weren't doing what they should be doing because they wanted to be out riding motorcycles. So, you know, we're riding because they rode before us. That's the only reason why we're here, being able to do the things that we do. So I appreciate each and every one of these ladies who are out here riding at this event. It's just very, very chill. The vibes are good. There's a lot of activities to do. There's like 5 or 6 not self-guided, but 5 or 6 scenic rides every single day. They're hosting us at the Harley dealership up the street. There's games here. There's speakers. There's vendors. The hotel is not the best, but it's also adequate. It's not a Marriott, it's a Wyndham. You know, your preference is your preference. But, you know, I'm having a blast, just having like a great time. One thing I will say, we are in Western Pennsylvania. So this is MAGA country out here. So have seen a little bit of that. I don't mess with that. I don't deal with that. And you can feel how you feel about it. I said what I said. So, but it hasn't been to the point where I feel uncomfortable or I feel unwelcomed, or, you know, when I got to the event, there was a big giant welcome. They give special welcome to newbies. They gave me this little newbie thing here. The grab bag that they gave has been great. There's incredible gifts in it, coupons, little like knickknacks. You get like a patch, and then you get a rocker for every year that you attend. There's ladies here that have attended this event every single year for 35 years, which I find incredible. So tonight there's a party. I think it's a beach theme, a luau theme. So I usually don't go to motorcycle parties, but I actually did pack a swimsuit and like a little cover-up thing to wear to this party. They said the food is also really good in this hotel, so I'm gonna try the restaurant here, get me a little cocktail, and have a good time. I was going to try to demo a Can-Am today, but I went over to the Harley dealer and got distracted, so we did not demo the Can-Am. I think they're doing some demos tomorrow as well, so I'm possibly going to see if I could demo a road glide tomorrow, or maybe that live wire, because I saw that little thing and I think it's kind of cute. So maybe I want to see what that's about, but that's all for now. I will pick back with room. I am back in the room. It is 6. That can't be right. 6:45. We're supposed to meet downstairs with the group at 7-ish to attend the party tonight. Like I said before, it is a beach themed party, so I do have my swimsuit and my cute little pool pants to wear. I ordered some food from the restaurant. I do need to eat a little bite. I'm not that hungry, but I should eat something before it gets too late. I just spent the rest of the afternoon just outside, just chilling, getting to know people, socializing, talking shit, as we tend to do at these motorcycle events. It's been really, really lovely. Everybody's really nice, like I said. So I do have a lot of thoughts and opinions on this event, which I'm going to share at the end of the video. I'm not going to film at the party because I don't feel like carrying this camera around with me, I think. And I didn't bring like a little fanny pack or anything to keep it in. So my vest is currently getting patches sewn on it, so nor can I put the camera and all the accoutrement in my vest. So I think I'm gonna leave the camera up here and just enjoy myself. Even though we do social media, everything doesn't need to be filmed all the time. So, and you guys have seen all the parties, so I'm sure you don't want to see that anyway. The party is still going on downstairs, but listen, I was trying to stay to the end of the party, but I was miserable sitting at the table. I couldn't take it anymore, and I finally just said, who am I trying to impress? I am old and tired. I'm going to sleep. So it's about a little after 9:30 right now. I think the party goes until 11. Tomorrow morning, there's going to be kind of like a poker run of sorts, and I think they're doing more stuff at the Harley dealer, and yeah, it's a whole bunch of activities also tomorrow. So I'd rather get in bed now and just be refreshed and be ready for the morning. So I got very little sleep last night. I got very little sleep the night before that. So I'm just like out of steam at this point.